Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Strength and Balance Zoom with me, Hannah. I was distracted because I realized I've left my slippers in view. I should have put them away. So the background of this video was a little bit more neat and tidy and aesthetically pleasing. Anyway, today we have about 40 minutes of class. We are going to use some small dumbbells. I use a 3-pound set. You could use a 2, 3, or a 5. Those would be most appropriate. Otherwise, you can use some full water bottles or soup cans, something like that, 2 evenly weighted objects. We will also use, we're going to use the wall for some support for one of our exercises. So if you have a free space on the wall to place your hands, that would be ideal. Otherwise, no equipment needed. I just like to stand on my yoga mat because it's more comfortable than the kitchen floor. So I was just explaining before I hit record that I am bringing back our fall prevention education part of the class, or story time, as I like to call it. Each week we'll have a different topic to discuss, and we'll discuss it on Mondays and Fridays. We missed it on Monday. I missed it on Monday, but here we are. We're going to catch up today on Friday. And our first week, the topic we want to talk about is active minds and bodies, and how an active mind and an active body relates to preventing falls. So keeping our minds and our bodies active is going to help prevent functional decline. And functional abilities, that's our ability to perform acts of daily living, activities of daily living, such as dressing yourself, being able to wash yourself, reaching the high shelves in your house, reaching the low shelves of your house. So keeping yourself able to live independently, basically. A healthy mind is one that is aware of your personal surroundings. So being able to detect changes in your physical health and noticing those changes yourself if and when they happen, and being in control of your own environment. So noticing things like the ice on the sidewalk, that uneven ground, that new hole in the pavement, or whatever it is, noticing that there are a number of steps we have to go up or down in a new location, things like that. So being aware of changes in your surroundings. And our way to keep our minds active is lots of things like doing puzzles, crosswords, word searches, things like that. There are lots of apps on your phone that you can get to that have like brain training puzzles. Things like that are really great, but also being sociable too. So seeing people, whether it's family, friends, if you're not able to get out, like having those phone conversations and keeping socially engaged with people around you and people in your circle. An active body also obviously really important for fall prevention, and actually 60% of older adults are physically inactive, which is a huge number. So well done, and pat on the back to you for coming to these classes and keeping yourself physically active. It's really the best thing you can do for your health. Inactivity, physical inactivity, can lead to a decline in bone strength, muscle strength, heart and lung fitness, and flexibility. And this has a direct effect on the likelihood of falls and injuries from the falls, an increased risk of like a worse injury. If your bone density is low, the likelihood for a broken bone is higher, and the slower the healing process. So to improve those functional abilities, to stop that functional decline, adults 65 and over should aim for about 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity each week. So in bouts of 10 minutes or more. Now, when we say moderately to vigorously intense, if you think of a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being just like sitting down and chatting, and 10 being the absolute hardest you've ever worked and you're about to collapse and you can't do it anymore. Moderate to vigorous, so moderate intensity is about 5 to 6, so kind of in the middle. And then 7 to 8 would be like your vigorous area. So your heart rate is elevated, you know you're working, you may be a little flush, feeling slightly sweaty, around about there. So everything we do in the Stonebridge cardio classes, I'd say would count as moderate to vigorous intensity. And 150 minutes per week, what does that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, it's about 20 to 30 minutes, 20 minutes a day. My math is terrible. 2 times 5, so about 30 minutes a day. It can mean going for a brisk walk, and we're aiming for that as well. Other things you're aiming for is about 10,000 steps, but that's not always the aim. The aim can be there, but doing a little and aiming to increase a little is quite often good enough. So trying to say you get 5,000 steps a day, maybe trying to get 6. It's tricky at this time of year as well because it's cold and it's icy. It can be icy, and getting out and about is not as easy, but trying to make those small steps to improve rather than thinking if I don't do 10,000, it's a complete loss. Small improvements can really add up to a bigger picture. And then muscle group strengthening activities should be performed about twice a week. So everything we do in this class. And then balancing activities should be done daily. We do those a couple of times a week here. So you want to think about how to incorporate those things into like activities of daily life. For example, maybe standing on one foot when you're brushing your teeth, or if you're doing the dishes, taking one, moving from side to side, trying to change that center of gravity, practicing some of those movements that we do at home. So I would say the takeaway is keep your mind active, do puzzles, read books, talk to people, keep your bodies active, keep coming to these classes, try and increase your steps a little bit where possible. I would say don't stress. I can be a person who gets can get a little bit stressed about my step count, or I have been that person in the past. But small changes and small increases can really help. I talked a lot longer than I expected to, so let's jump up to our feet and get started right away. We're going to warm up. Oh, I thought I could hear a cat. My cat is in this room and he isn't usually in here, so he's probably displeased. Well, this is what you are now, puss. All right, let's stand up nice and tall. We're going to move our feet, marching on the spot. Good. Nice and easy. Moving those arms forwards and backwards. Let's take our shoulders up towards our ears and slowly relax them down. We'll do this a couple of times. 2 and 3. Good. And 4. Slowly lower down. Let's roll our shoulders. Big circles backwards. And again. And let's roll those shoulders forwards now. Good. Bring those arms out to the sides. Make some little circles here. Super. And back in the other direction. Good. And we to wiggle your fingers. Let's reach those arms forwards, one at a time. Good. And backwards. Nice big circles. Great. Relax those arms. Let's take one foot, tap your toe and your heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Very good. The other side. Tap your toe and your heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And again. Toe and heel. Good. Let's tap our toes. Keep those heels touching the ground. Tap those toes on the floor. Very good. Pick your hands up, fingers to thumb. Good. Let's kick those feet forwards. Nice and easy. And we'll circle our wrists. Good, and back in the other direction. Excellent. Let's take those feet about hip width apart. We're going to circle our hips. Good, nice and slowly. Back in the other direction. Wonderful. Okay, let's pick up some weights. There we go. I'm going to take one weight. I'm going to hold it here in between my legs, and we're going to do a wide squat. Now we're going to add a little pause to this wide squat. So I'm going to sink halfway down, and I'm going to hold it here for 1, 2, 3, and then continue down and come all the way up. Ready? Halfway down. 1, 2, 3. Continue a little bit lower, all the way up. Halfway down. 1, 2, 3. Squat a little bit lower, push yourself up. Halfway down. 1, 2, 3. All the way down, push yourself up. Good. Halfway down, hold it here for 1, 2, 3. All the way down and push yourself back up. Great. And again, last one. Halfway down, hold it here for 1, 2, 3, a little bit further and up. Excellent. Keep hold of this one weight. We're going to do a hip hinge now. So hold that weight kind of here at your chest. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see me. Feet are hip width apart, toes pointing forwards. We've got soft knees. We're going to hinge at the hip, come forwards. I'm sticking my bum up behind me. I'm exhaling, squeezing my bum to stand up. Soft knees, hinge at the hip, forwards. Exhale to stand. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, stand up. Inhale, think about squeezing your bum as you stand up. As you inhale, you'll relax. Good, a couple more. And last one. Perfect. Pop that weight down. Now you might want to have a hand on a chair or some kind of balance support furniture. I'm just going to have a hand on the wall here if I need it. What we're going to do is raise one leg behind you and then bring that into a nice high knee and step down. Raise that leg behind, drive up so your knee is nice and high and relax. Lift behind, high knee and down. Lift behind, high knee and lower. Lift, drive to that high knee, lower that foot. One more. Lift that leg behind you, drive that high knee, lower that foot down. Good, let's switch to the other side. Lift that leg behind you, drive that knee up, lower down. Good. We want to keep our upper body standing nice and tall. Lift, drive, and lower. Lift, drive, lower down. Lift, drive, and lower. Lift, drive up, lower down. Last one. Lift, drive, and lower down. Good. Let's repeat those 3. I just need a drink here. So pick up that one weight. We're going to do that wide squat again. We're going to add that pause. So squat down as far as you can. Hold it here for 1, 2, 3, and then up. So we're pausing right at the bottom this time. Sink down and hold. 1, 2, 3, and up. Inhale as you squat down, hold here for 1, 2, 3. Exhale. stand up, good. All the way down, 1, 2, 3, hands up, good. Squatting down and holding here for 1, 2, 3, and up, great. Last one, all the way down and hold for 1, 2, 3, and up, good. Whew. Let's hold that weight at our chest. We'll do some hip hinges, feet facing forwards, soft knees, hinge at the hip here. Inhale as you bend forwards. Exhale as you stand up. Good. Nice and slowly on that way down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale slowly down. Exhale, squeeze. And again, inhale and exhale. Good. Pop the weight down now, and we'll do that leg raise and that knee lift. Have a hand on the chair if you want to. I don't want to use my chair because it takes up too much space on the camera. You can't see me. I'm just having a hand on the wall. But use the chair for support. Left leg first. Reach that leg behind you. Drive that knee up. Lift and drive. Slowly down. Lift that leg. Drive up and lower. Lift that leg. Drive up, lower down. Lift, high knee, slowly down. Lift, high knee, and down. Lift, high knee, and lower. Good. Let's switch to the other side. Lift, high knee, and lower. Lift, high knee, and lower. Lift. Drive that knee, lower down. Lift. Drive that knee, lower down. Lift. And lower. Lift. Drive that knee, slowly lower down. Great. Good work. Let's pick up both weights and we'll do some upper body work now. So we're going to start with a bent over row. I'm just going to turn to the side so it's easier to see my body position. Soft knees, stick your bum out behind you and lean forward slightly. We're going to pick up one arm and then the other. Good. One and the other. So you pick that hand up, pull it towards your rib cage and lower down. 1 and 2. Good. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Once more on each side. 1 and 2. Good. Stay in this position and we're going to do a tricep movement. So curl those hands up. Straighten them out behind you. Curl. Straighten. Curl. There's actually someone here. And straighten. My dog is going crazy. No, there's anyone there. And straighten. Curl. And straighten. Curl. Straighten those arms. Curl. And straighten. Curl. And straighten. One more. Curl. And straighten. Stand up nice and tall. Good. Okay. We're going to keep hold of both weights. Right hand is going to stay like this. So my palm is facing the front of my thigh. Left hand is going to come to my side. So palm is facing the side of my leg. And we're going to reach both arms up at the same time, nice and slowly. Good. Raise and lower down. Good. Lowering slowly. Let's switch those hands around now. So left hand comes to the front, right hand comes to the side. And again, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift lower down. Last one. Lift and lower. Very good. We're going to repeat those. So I wanted to check. It really sounded like somebody was here. My dog is back mad about, I don't know. Let's repeat those. Keep both weights in your hands. We'll start with that bent over row. We're going to do both arms at the same time this time. Pick those hands up towards your rib cage. Elbows come right back past your body. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Sorry. That water went down all the way. Nice big exhale as we lift up. And inhale as you lower down. Good, we'll do one more. And then stay in this position. And we'll do that tricep movement. So both arms at the same time. Curl and press. Curl and lower down. Good. Pick those hands up and then straighten them. Push them back a little bit. Curl up and straighten. Curl. Straighten. Curl. And straighten. Curl. And straighten. Curl. And straighten. One more. And straighten. Good. And then stand up slowly. Excellent. Now time for those L raises, and we will do one arm at a time this time. So right hand at the front, left hand at your side. Let's raise right hand, then left. Good. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Good. Switch those hands around. Same thing again. Left hand, right hand. Left hand to the front, right hand out to the side. Left and right. Left and right. Last ones. Left and right. Perfect. Let's place those weights down. For now, we have a couple of abdominal exercises to do. First one is going to be here at the wall. So find that spot at your wall, and we want to be standing close to it. Get yourself set up so your arms are straight, touching the wall, and you're standing up nice and tall. Then I want you to take one step back. So now you see my head is closer to the wall than my feet. And that's where we want to hold. We're going to do a plank jack, which sounds like a jumping jack, and it is kind of that idea. So we're going to hold this position, and we're going to step one foot out to the side, back to center, and the other to the side and to center. I'm just going to move myself around a little bit so that you can see my feet better. To the side, to the center, to the side, to the center. Good. So pulling that belly button in towards your spine, engaging that core, and stepping those feet out one at a time. You want to stay kind of nice and still through that upper body. Good. One more each side. And two. Good. And then let's step up. Pick up one weight in each hand now. We're going to stand nice and tall, feet hip width apart, toes facing forwards. We're going to lower one weight and then the other. So we're hinging at the hip, slowly to our side. Lowering one hand and then the other. We're not going down any lower than about knee height. Almost like you're just dropping that shoulder down. Once more, each side. Here's 1 and 2. Perfect. Let's do those again, and we'll move on to some balance. So standing tall, hands against that wall. Let's take one step back so that your hands are a little bit, your feet are further away than your head. So you can see my arms are nice and straight, and I'm going to focus where I look at a point in between those hands. Not down at my feet. See the extra strain that puts on my neck, and I don't need to be looking up at the ceiling. Again, look at the stress on your neck. You want a nice straight line from your spine, from your tailbone to your head. Take that one foot out to the side and back in, to the side and in, side to side. Very good. Tap, back in, tap, back in, tap, in, tap, in. Good, nice deep breaths. Once more, each side. 1 and 2. Pivot, walk those feet up. Stand nice and tall. Let's pick up the weight in each hand. And we'll try that, those weight lowers, shoulder lowers. I'm not sure what it's called. We're reaching one arm at a time towards the floor and back to center. Good. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Nice and slowly. Good. 1 and 2. Let's get to 4, 3, and 4. Perfect. Pop those weights down. Have a quick drink. I know I've been drinking a lot during this class. Extra thirsty today. Let's do some balance. We'll start off with our feet. Now, you know what? We're going to start with our feet, one in front of the other. One in front of the other in a nice straight line. This in itself can be tricky to balance. I can feel this back foot rolling onto the outside of my foot. It doesn't want to stay. So let's really think about pressing those feet into the floor, feeling those toes be nice and wide, and then relaxing our feet into the ground. So stand nice and tall here. If it's very difficult to balance, take that front foot out to the side. Give yourself a little space between your feet. That can help. Stand and look nice and forwards. Whoops, straight ahead of you. Whoops. I'm going to have to take my own advice and take that foot away from that line. Let's reach one arm to the ceiling. And then the other arm straight up. Arms out to the sides. Reach those hands forwards. And let's turn our palms up and down. Up, down, up, down, and up, and down. Good, relax those arms, smooth those feet so the other one is forward now. And just take a couple of moments to make that comfortable. See, can you keep your feet right in line? Do you need to move that front one out a little bit? Either option is totally fine. Let's stand nice and tall. We're going to reach one arm to the ceiling and then the other. Lower those arms out to the sides and let's reach one arm forwards, one arm backwards. Back in the other direction, one forwards, one backwards. Back to center and lower those arms. Good, excellent start. Let's stand on one leg to begin with. I'm going to stand on my right to start. So the weight on my right foot, really press that foot into the floor. I love doing these exercises barefoot. especially on this squishy yoga mat, I really feel like I can grip the ground. It's not right for everyone, but if you have the opportunity, you feel safe, you feel comfortable with bare feet, I really recommend it. I do all of my strength training with bare feet. It's good for your foot strength. Again, not one way to do things is not right for everybody, but give it a try, especially for balance if you feel like you want to. Weight on that right leg, little bend of your knee. I'm going to start by taking my left foot up so my toe is touching the floor. Whoops, and just hold it here until I feel comfortable enough to take that foot right up off the ground. I should have said already, make sure you're close enough to your support furniture. I've got my wall right here to hang on to if I need to. We've stood here for a moment. Let's take one hand up in front of your face and hold that thumb up in front of you. Whoops. We're going to move that thumb from side to side, nice and slowly, and you're going to follow it just with your eyes. Don't move your head. It's tricky not to move your head, but try just to move your eyes and to keep that balance. I cannot do this today without holding onto the wall, but that's okay. So every time we practice, we get a little bit better. So keep looking up and ahead. Have that thumb kind of at eye level to make it easier for you. You don't need to move your head at all. Side to side. Once more. Side to side. And relax that arm. Good. And let's switch our feet around. So weight onto that left foot now. Stretch. So push that foot into the ground. Little bend of that knee. Let's take that right foot up. So your toe is touching the floor. And when you're comfortable, take that foot up off the ground. Standing tall here. Left, oh, actually it doesn't matter. I was going to say left hand up, and then I move my right hand. Really doesn't matter which hand, whichever one feels comfortable to lift up and have that thumb right in front of you at eye level. Let's move that thumb from side to side, nice and slowly, following it just with your eyes. Very good. And back to center. Excellent. And relax that foot. Good, good work. We're going to touch our toes in a circle. We're going to take one foot off the floor at a time. So weight on your right leg to start again. And with that left foot, I'm going to tap my toe forwards, to the side, and behind me. Forwards, to the side, and behind. So we're just moving that one leg forwards, to the side, moving a little quicker, and behind. Forwards, side, behind, forwards, side, behind, forwards, side, behind. One more time round. Forwards, to the side, and behind. Good. Pause here. As we take that toe forwards, let's lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take that toe out to the side and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take that toe out behind you and lift again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Stop. Weight onto that left leg now. Let's tap that right foot forwards, to the side, and behind, and round again. Forwards, to the side, and behind. Good. Forwards, to the side, behind, forwards, to the side, behind, forwards, to the side, behind, and one more time. Forwards, to the side, and behind. Good. Tap that toe forwards and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Out to the side and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and behind, and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Good. Good stuff. All right, we're going to finish with a little tightrope, but just part of that tightrope movement. If you remember our tightrope walk, so we take heel to toe steps forwards and backwards. I want you to pause with your feet one in front of the other. Keep that left foot still, and then just take the right foot, bring it forwards and back, 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 and again, forwards and back. Good. Pause here. 4, and now the left foot is going to go back and forwards, back and forwards. So the right foot is completely still, and the left foot is the one that's moving. Forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. One more time. Forwards and backwards. Good. Really good. All right, that is it. We are finished. So let's stretch together. One arm across your body. Oh, we're gonna hold here. Feel that stretch through your shoulder. Let's take nice deep breaths as we're stretching. Let's go to the other side. Deep breaths. Good. Relax that arm. Let's link those fingers together. I'm going to press those hands away from your body. Good. And relax. So come and sit down. Let's take those feet out nice and wide. Turn those toes out and away from each other. Have those feet really wide. A hand on the inside of each knee. Push those knees apart. Sit up nice and tall. Take some deep breaths. Good, very good. You can bring those, oh no, sorry, I want you to keep those feet apart. Take that right arm and reach up to the ceiling, and we're going to hinge over to the left. So that right arm is on top, and we stretch right through these fingertips here. Good. Slowly back to center, and let's switch. Reach up, hinge, reach up with the left hand, hinge over to the right, and hold here. Good. Slowly back to center. Let's come up to feet. We're going to take our arms behind our back. Reach behind you. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, wrap those arms around yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you so much for joining this class. This was a great time. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday morning.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thanks,
Hannah.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.